Hello friends, very good morning and my best wishes to all of you. For last few days, what is coming to my mind to speak or interact with you on ultimate aspirations in life of myself that I have experienced and wanted lifelong, and which is ideal for most of the people. Most of the people who faces aspirations in various stages of their life. So that the days of childhood, so the teenage, when you are a very, very small child, actually aspirations are not there, only hunger and nothing else. But once you grow, say for 5 years or then 6, 7 years, then going to school, then go higher up to the higher secondary school, then aspirations do come. Like good dresses, good food, good visiting places, good performance in studies, hunger to know many more aspects. So these are the general aspirations of life. Then you grow up. I am telling actually my experience that, and it is the same almost for all ages and almost all people, very common to everybody, male or female, in either of the gender. So when you go to college, then further aspirations used to come to mind. At the stage of youth, lot of butterflies fly inside the mind because you see a lot of memories come into your heart. When you are a child, you have no memory. As you are not having memory, memories are hypothetically, the place of memories are in mind, but hypothetically it is in heart. And it is generally branded in Hindu mythology as an ocean, the ocean of memory. That each action we perform every day in our life, every moment, every hour, every year and decades like that. And whenever you perform any action, that is converted to a memory of this event, and you have experienced something, good or bad, whatever it may be, you felt good or felt bad, and that becomes a memory, and a memory is stored in, is called as an ocean, and chitta. In Sanskrit it is called Chitta Sagara, ocean of memories. So when you thought is type of wind. When wind flows over a ocean, what happens? Then huge wave is generated in ocean. Similarly, memory is churn, then that will be raised and lot of new thoughts used to come, and out of these thoughts aspirations get generated or desire. In youth particularly, this type of because Already you have a lot of memories in your life. By that time, say 10 years, 15 years, 16 years. By that time, you have many experiences also. So, aspirations can be more and more. I have suffered also, like visiting various places, various things from book I have read. This is a pilgrimage place, this is a good scenic place, like that. And the other thing is that higher education. Some people want to be a doctor, some engineers, and college life. They want to learn actually various types of things. So these are the aspirations. When you grow further into college and other things, then other aspects of aspirations are generated. We will not go into detail of these materialistic aspirations. In this earth, there are hundreds of topics, and where each one by one aspiration, if you discuss, it will take decades. But thing is that generally you can categorize this thing as a materialistic aspirations of getting actually good financial status, good education, good family life. All these are the dreams that is generated in youth period, and people try to achieve, or they guide themselves according to their own aspiration to achieve their objective subsequently. These aspirations, once gradually being met, at the middle age in married life, aspiration furthered. You aspired to have a good house, you got it, fulfilled. You wanted to have actually a good wife, you got it, so you fulfilled. You wanted to have certain kids, few children in life, you got it. And then you wanted them get educated, get service, and you got it. Like that, one by one, in married life, one aspect gets generated as kind of aspiration, and you drive for that and achieved it. Once it is fulfilled, the next one. So, in marriage, particularly I want to bring to your notice, most of the people get it in their youth, then most rest of the people acquire these aspirations towards spirituality. Because once everything is fulfilled, then where you will go? Then to find the objective of your life. How you have come to this world, materialistic world, and where you will go. This type of thought will provoke such type of thought, and how to proceed to find the details of the objective of life. Why I have come to this world, and what I am expected to perform. So people used to start actually investigating spirituality and aspect of spirituality in life. Some people think of a God, some people think of, okay, I am atheist, I don't believe in God, but they believe that there is some creator, and what is the general impact of this invisible power on mankind, and particularly to us, as far as ourselves are concerned. Now people try to start actually another action, mostly at the married age. After late marriage, they try to meditate. Very few are there. In youth state also, they start meditating also. And meditation means what? Many people picturize you in many aspects. I don't want to go through detail of that. It is a very long story. But thing is that connecting your heart and mind. There are two places. Heart is the place of memory, where all your events are stored, how you have experienced, and what you have done, a lot of actions we have taken, or everything is stored. Mind is here in the brain, who has the capacity to think. Particularly in human race, you have another additional faculty is called intelligence. That means you can examine pros and cons of various actions and think over it. And thinking is a process in this mind. Connected to your mind is brain. So thinking of your mind through thought, and thought only can connect heart, where memory is there. So from memory, this thought takes it to mind to feed it to your intelligence, to just like a microscope examine. And while examining, another faculty in human race is there, that is called intuition. Intuition is there in almost many animals and creations, but intuition is there which guides you unknowingly. You don't know anything, but in a particular direction. It is an instinct that in that way you'll go and you can find another result. So this is called meditation, and meditation is connecting this thing, and only it can proceed, you see, if you can block the thought. Only if you can block the thought, then your intuition can proceed further. And another thing is that silence, because you see your brain has certain inputs, like eyes, some sights are there, some person is coming, immediately your mind is diverted, or this person, I know him, and your mind is diverted and start thinking about himself. So thought is created. Suppose in your ear you hear something, then immediately a thought is provoked. Hey, this is a music, or somebody is calling me. So immediately you will start into acting. Your intuition stops. It will not go further. And you have to maintain silence also. Keep your tongue twisted inside like that. You cannot talk. And once you maintain silence, once you close your eyes, once you sit in a room, dark room, where no light you can perceive, can see, can observe, and sit with your spine straight, so that your nerve can be very easier position to interconnect various centers of your body. Mind can connect various centers. There are 6 centers. I am not going to detail of these things. And each of the center will drive you in a particular faculty, like your hunger, your married life, or instinct for conjugal life, and Other things like emotions like love, kindness, compassion, then greed, then jealousy and anger, all these things, feelings particularly in shape of heart, and other things are there. Then thinking about creative power or the God, whatever you think, that is in here, you're connecting, mind connecting here, then nothing connecting that, blocking the thought, and now you are here. Your consciousness is within the eyebrows. When you will stay there, then aspiration will be go upward. This aspiration at late age I have found. And you know, this aspiration I call it as the ultimate aspiration. This ultimate aspiration I have not found in teenage, I have not found in youth. And youth, as I have discussed already, my hunger, I went to good canteens, hotels, or cook ourselves also, good food, and satisfy our hunger, taste, satisfy our taste. Then visiting very places, many places in India, saw these places and satisfied this hunger to see these places by your eyesight and memorize this. Okay, this is a fine place. Scenic places also. Then wearing good clothes and other things, this hunger are there. So I am not going to detail it once again. But thing is, this ultimate aspiration, that is the main topic that I have missed in my youth, married life, and teenage. Most probably, most of the kids cannot understand this ultimate aspiration of a human. When you reach this stage, when you will be able to block your thought, then your ultimate aspiration is that only intuitively you can proceed up within. Everywhere there is darkness. You close your eyes, you will see everything is dark. But you see it for few minutes, few hours by practice every day. Every day, I repeat every day. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, half an hour, like that. You see that your breath is going out and coming in very slowly. If you can measure in any way, it will be hardly 8 breath cycles per minute. So, every minute you can take 8, but once you open your eyes, get excited, hear music, hear talk something, just like I am talking, it will be around 12. And if you run, then it will be 16 to 20. Breathing very heavily, breathing. So, when you are meditating, your breathing is almost touching 8 o'clock. You know, one beautiful point is there. Once you reduce your breath per minute 8 times per minute, you are saving time. Because life depends upon life cycles. I had it my Gurudev used to teach, and other books I have also read. They you see autobiography of Yogi. You read that. From there also you can Paramahansa Yoganand have detailedly explained that how you can save your life, because every human being when got birth in this materialistic world, he has on his forehead this total number of breath. You will be surprised. So this number of a breath only you have to take, after that you will expire. Your machine will expire after that. This is a beautiful thing. And what will happen? This beautiful meditation shapes your life because your breath becomes slow, and once your breath becomes slow, you will be in that position and shaping your life also. Once you get habituated in meditation, then your 8 breaths per minute will be almost every day. So that is a great job. And by that way, what you will achieve? What is the effect on you? That by that way you will remain calm. If you get agitated, you see automatically it will pick up to 12. It will remain calm. You will be non-reactive. You will not react immediately to everybody. You remain cool. You maintain silence. You don't want to talk to anybody. And you will prefer to remain aloof from guests and visiting places, sit somewhere and contemplate. Your lifestyle will totally change. So, when you move in that way, you see, I am talking about the aspirations. Once you are coming up, your lifestyle changes. And once your lifestyle changes, it helps your aspiration to move further up. You do not know where you are going. You are at the center of the head, exactly almost 2.5 centimeter, as my Gurudev say, Master of Kriya Yoga, 2.5 centimeter in a cranial cap, and then going up to the fontanel in a straight line. So that is a total dark space, and intuitively you have to proceed. Nobody is there in this world to guide you there. Only you can guide yourself. Your intuition can take you up. But only if at any point of time no thought will be there, only sore breath is going, and by that time, one advice in the ultimate aspiration is to block this thought. There is a mechanism. You may ask that how you can achieve ultimate aspiration, as you are saying, how I have to do. You know how you will do. In every breath you synchronize with a name. You love Vishnu. Are you a Hindu? If you are a Hindu first, you love Vishnu. If so, take name Narayana. You take a breath, inhale, Narayana. Inhale, then exhale. You feel the breath is coming out. But if you put your hand, you can't feel the air. Just like put your hand, you can't feel. I am not feeling. Very slow, feeble. But you can say that your breathing is there, air is coming out. Narayana, 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 Narayana. So when it is coming in, Narayana, when it is coming out, Narayana. Every minute you synchronize with each breath the word Narayana. You want Shiva? Fine. Any concept of God, you see, it is very, very confusing. Anything, God is one. Say Allah, say God, say Bhagavan. All these we have made it. But He is one, who is nameless, who is no attribute, who is having no shape, and undescribable. You cannot describe Him in human words. You cannot conceive beyond your conception. Human cannot conceive Him. So that conception is beyond your head. You cannot express. If you realize at any stage, but you can't express. Like that. So, if you love Shiva, just when you inhale, say Shivo Hang. Exhale, Hang. Shivo Hang. That Swami Chidananda Saraswati has told you very clearly. He is also a great saint of Rishikesh, a disciple of Shivananda, Chidananda Saraswati. At 93 he expired, and Jal Samadhi took Jal Samadhi, the Mother Ganga. Chidananda mission. So he tells, and you just synchronize that Shivohang, Shivohang, Shivohang. You see, you are sleeping. Okay, fine. Just keep your spine straight, put your hands on the chest, put your face up, then straight and sleep. Comfortably sleep. But when you watch, the breath is going out, coming in, going out, coming in. Just remember, Shivo Hang, Shivo Hang, Shivo Hang. That means Shivo, it's going in, Hang. Shivo Ahang. Mane, who is me? Who is also Shiva. Shiva is myself. Saba is my body. And this breath is only the Lord. Air, who is giving life. Okay? And Brahma. You believe Brahma. That's fine. So, Aham Brahmasmi. Aham Brahmasmi. Aham Brahmasmi. You Lord Vishnu. Okay. Soham. 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 So means myself. So means me. Hang. So you are me. You are me. So means you. Hang. Aham. Me. Myself. So you are me. So you are the God. You are also within me. You are telling to the Lord. So like that you can also practice. By that way what happens? This is a mechanism or a trick to block your thought. Other thought cannot enter. You synchronize this thing along your breath. You see, hour and hour you can pass in a dark chamber, sitting straight and try. You cannot know even after 1 hour, an hour has been passed. It seems that as if only a minute has passed. Because your mind is engrossed, blocking your thought, and at that time, you see, at one point of time, you stop thinking, so at certain point of time, you do not know. That means meditation takes you to stage of samadhi. Samadhi means you lose your position, where you are sitting, what you are doing. You are not aware of. This is consciousness. You see, consciousness, chetana. Now you are not aware. That is called near samadhi stage. Have you ever attended this? Try. And once that stage comes, when you are not conscious of where you are sitting in a dark room, or you are meditating, or before you some God's photographs are there, or your Gurudevs are there, or any picture, a flower is there, or a lamp is there, anything you prefer, you can put. Or Jesus Christ you love, you are a Christian, keep a Jesus, he is there. You are not conscious of anything. You do not know you are sitting here. So that stage automatically comes. And when it is coming, when it will come, what happens? your progress starts. But it will not reach here. It may reach after one day, it may reach after 2 days, it may reach after decades, it may reach in this life, or it may not reach in this life, but it will extend to the next life. Don't get disheartened. Man's progress always carried out to the next life. Remember, your penance, you think about Jesus. Jesus, oh, inhalation, oh, exhalation, Jesus, oh, Jesus, oh, Jesus, oh, Jesus. Hey Allah, hey Allah, hey Allah, hey Allah. You were a Muslim, you call like this. Like that, once you synchronize, now that practice, if you carry out, it goes out along with your soul, because you see, soul is a concept, it is totally hypothetical. At this age, even no scientist can say the shape and size of a soul, human spirit. They say ghost. Ghost is not soul. A ghost is an astral body, again a body. That is a combination of your thoughts. Because once the spirit goes out of this materialist body, your physical body, then all these thoughts are clustered. It never discarded. But after gradually one by one, it melts out, then gold dies also. And then comes the seed, that is the soul. And this soul or spirit becomes very casual or very subatomic, very finer thing. It is just like void, space, and goes up. But along with, there are seeds of your karma. What you have done in this life, what you have practiced in this life. You think about food. Next life you will be hungry. If you not get any food, then you will steal. You are thinking about sex. Like that, you will be a maniac in the next life. After you discard everything, only think about some spirituality, like practicing, as I have told, synchronizing with your breath. What will happen? This will go to as a seed, and next life, this is the final aspiration, the ultimate aspiration will be carried out. It is the only weapon. Your aspiration to have a dress, it will never get carried out. So that's why it is called ultimate aspiration. Now you understand? It will carry out your next life. But dress will not never carried out. The hunger for good dresses will never get carried out. Next life, you may be very rich. Next life, you may be very poor. Like that. As a lady, you want ornaments. Okay. But next life, it will not carry. But entire life, passionately, you loved God, thought about Him. In each breath you think about Him, this becomes your karma, and next life you start thinking about Him, automatic. At, Chidananda Saraswati at the age of 12, he was in Chennai. He fled from house without telling parents and went to Rishikesh, met Shivananda. He told, at such a tender age you have come. Yes, I want to know God. Tell me. And he became most enlightened person in his life. He was one of the greatest enlightened person in India. At the age of 93, 92, he expired. I read many of his books. So these aspirations becomes overpowering in the next generation or next life when he took birth again this mortal world. It start leading him in that direction where he stopped. So what you have concluded? So Chidananda Saraswati must have in our earlier birth passionately led a spiritual life in the quest of the divine. The ultimate aspirations is to practice this thing, go up every breath, think about something which you love. I will not insist you see, on any door where most of the spiritual people will try to enforce upon your mind something they believe. I won't talk. Where your faith is coming, where you get convinced, proceed there and then go up. Now, I give him a minute thing. If you practice as I have told, this ultimate aspiration I am talking about, if you think about a name, take one example, I have given so many examples, so on. So you are sleeping, at 3 o'clock your sleep has broken, you got awakened, but still you saw that the night is there, it is already 3 a.m. and another 2 hours there will be a dark, so you need not get up, you continue to sleep, but watch your breath. It will be too slow at sleeping time, very very slow, but you can sense breath is coming in, going out. So you just think, not utter, on your mouth never utter, but keep your tongue still, but think, so, I am uttering because you will hear, but you can think also same. So, like that. Don't feel bored. Aham Brahmasmi, Aham Brahmasmi, Aham Brahmasmi, Aham Brahmasmi, Shivoham, Shivoham, Shivoham. Oh Jesus, oh Jesus, Allah, Amen, Allah, Amen. Like that. Think about. Om Hring Mangalayana, Om Hring Mangalayana, Om Hring Mangalayana, Om Hring Durgayana. Any matter in this world, if you are a Hindu, you are a Christian, you are a Muslim, you can think of whom you believe. Every breath you think while sleeping. Hours passed, morning came, wake, every breath you watch. Now 12 times. While waking, you are not taking action, means breath gets bigger and it will be more quick and it will be 12 times, 14 times. So 12 to 14 is time. So, like that you can utter, just memory. Never utter in the road. He is a pagala, he is a mad person, is going uttering funny words. No, don't tell. Just think, so, like that you can come work. Then get your washed in bathroom, go toilet, then bathroom, get yourself washed, then immediately go to meditation hall and sit in a dark chamber for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. If you are a busy life, then 5 to 10 minutes. No practice, no scripture I will advise you. If you are a Muslim, you go and do Ajan, namaz you can do. If you are a Christian, you go to church and do it. I am not interfering in your practice. Or if Hindu, you go to temple and see God, goddess, etc. But I am not talking about. I am talking about go to your personal room or personal, there is a space in your bedroom where you sit and meditate. Sit there, looking towards a wall, sit there, preferably dark, and no other person should be allowed. Keep yourself confined to aloofness and be watchful. In every breath you are remembering as I have told you. 8 times remembering Lord's name per minute, an hour, 60 minutes is there. So 480, say around, make it 500. 8 to 12, so make it 500. So 500, 24 hours. $24 means how much it will be? 12,000. 12,000 I think. 12,000. So one day will be 24,000. Two days, 48,000. 48,000. 2 days will be 48,000. Make it 50,000. Ten days, 20 days. So 500,000. $40 days, you multiply by that. You calculate by 1 hour. And you see 8 times per second, per minute, then 8 into 60, 480 per hour, 24 into 480 will be per day, and 365 into this. Let me calculate then tell you. Hello friends. So let us discuss about this practice of daily doing, synchronizing your breath along with a name you choose, at least for 2 hours. This is option 1 for the minimum. Most idealistic, I will tell later on of my idealistic practice, but minimum, even in my life, that is the ultimate aspiration I have lost in this life. But many people who are listening this speech You can practice it if you are a young at the age of 20 or young guy. You can practice, you are not late. And if you can practice this thing, at least what I say, for 2 hours, and say for 8 times per minute, if you utter 60 minutes, it's coming around 408. Let us see, sit quietly and do it, and at least 500 times. So if you do for 2 hours per day and for 30 days, 500 into 30, there's a lot of calculation is there. I have done it. 500 for that means coming around to 1000 per day. 1000 per day, and for a year, if it is say at least take now out of 365, at least 300 days. 65 you keep it to ourselves on our inconvenience, sickness, or going outside tour or any function like that. So you keep it 65 out of this practice. You see, I am minimizing to the lowest, and 300 day per year. So 300 days and 1000 per year. 1000 per day, and this will be around 300,000, that is the 3 lakh per year. So if you synchronize your breath and utter a preferred word by yourself internally along with breath, minimum for 2 hours, at least for 30 days a month, and 300 days per year, then it will coming around 3 lakh per year. And in a decade it will be 30 lakhs, and 4 decades, if you are age of 20, at age of 60, you can reach 128 lakhs or 1 crore 20 lakh uttering up one word. Not a matter of easy job. And the ultimate aspiration is collecting. This is your asset, and my asset, whatever I have done, I will carry. Nobody can check it. Nobody can block it even. God will never do. God is very considerate. You will take it along with you to the next life. And remember, I have also experienced and felt it that if you uttered a crore of few words, say Vishnu, say Shiva, say Brahma, say Allah, say God, Father of Jesus, or whatever it may be, he is the same person. That means the ultimate supreme power you have remembered at least a crore of time in your lifetime. If you have done more, then fine. You will be more enlightened on the path of observing this thing. This will help you, this will guide you in right path and protect you also. Okay? So, let us continue with this thing, most idealistic life. Let us start. I have calculated only for you, and you know, as I have told you, 8 times you utter the name of your preferred Lord or God or whatever it concept you take. So every minute you can take his name. If you synchronize along with breath 8 times, and 8 times per minute and per 60 minute per hour, so it will be 480. Then 24 hours are there, and 24 hour if you multiply, that will be 11,520, and if you multiply into 365 days, then it will be 42 lakhs 4,800, 42 lakhs. So per year it will be minimum 42 lakhs. You can utter this 24 hour, but you cannot take 24 hours. So you are sleeping 8 hours. So rest is 16 hours only. Let us discuss this thing. Clear? Let us clear. This is 8 into 60, that is 480, say 16 hours. Instead of 24 I have to take, so 7,680 so per day, and into say 300, take another, keep yourself to your pocket 65. So it will be 23 lakhs. So my point is that you see 23 lakhs, 300 out of 3 days in a year. Suppose you are moving in a train, you are going in a flight or in a pilgrimage place, you couldn't do these things. So keeping all these things, or you are sick, you have not done these things, because in the, you see, if you are not habituate with these things, it's a great sense he used to do these things, sitting always meditating. But now we are common people who are working and all those things in office. When you are standing before your boss, are you thinking? No, you cannot do this. So like that, you forget about today you are, there is a meetings and other things, very busy and you couldn't do. So keeping 300 days say, and rest 16 hours in activity, you say I am working, how can I perform? You can do, sir. Most of the time in my, throughout my service life, I used to perform this. You will be surprised. Because I used to read something, but I used to, within breath, when the breath is coming in, I sense. When I inhale, I sense. It is so much synchronized. Each time I used to utter the word of the mother and continue to perform my official duties like as a technical manager. Very technical and complex work I used to perform. But still then I can do this thing. Moving in a bus. Oh yes. In a very crowded bus I am standing, but I am always taking. I prefer to stand. And in the back seat. And 1 hour Bhubaneswar to Cuttack and Cuttack to Bhubaneswar. 2 hours Delhi I used to get to myself. My Gurudev used to laugh. You are getting 2 hour meditation, Baba. I used to get it. Always standing alone, not talking with anybody, even the crowdest of the place. I watch my breath. Understand these aspirations. This is called ultimate aspirations. I must under any circumstances remember along with breath his name. Sacred, forget. No sacredness or anything. I love Jesus, fine. I love Allah, fine. I love Bhagavan Vishnu, fine. I love Shiva, fine. I love Devi or Ma, fine. Anybody. Or you love a flower. Funny, you don't believe anything, at least a flower, okay, love anything. But thing is that synchronize this thing. Blocking this thought will be achieved. And your meditation will be more acute. Then aspiration, you see, have you ever thought in your life, you limit your aspiration to 0? What happens? Then I have no aspirations. You understand the meaning of that? You don't have any aspiration. If you have no aspirations, people who have no aspiration in life, they commit suicide. They want to quit this materialistic body, physical body. But a very unfortunate matter, and it is a crime in the sense of legality, but it is also unfortunate that you negate actually the objective of your life. Someone has pushed you to this world. You have not come alone. You have been directed to come to this world. Now, without his permission, he can take you at the right time. As I have already told you, you have written a number. How many breaths, inhalation and exhalation, one breath, and how many breaths you will take after you got your birth on this mortal world till you die. That will be your last breath. So from first and last, that will be the number, and this number is written. You can save it, you can increase it. If you are under tension, if you are anger, if you are having greed, if you are jealous, if you are having lust for sexual pleasure and other things like that, if you anyway tense, mind your tense, then your breath will be more. If you are quiet, if you are calm, if you are aloof, and if you practice meditation, your breath will be less and less and less. You know, turtle, it lives up to 400 years. The trick is why? It breathes very few in minute. It lives up to 400 years. That is the trick. One or two like that. But a dog, like that, always taking very quickly breathing, and it lasts only 20 years. And mankind, 12 years, 12 times, general, 12 to 14. And they live up to 80 years, 60 to 80 years. Maximum it will be 100 years. But if you try to reduce 6, 7, 8 like that, then it will be extended more than that. Mostly 100. Then it may exceed. Some people are living up to 105, 106 like that. Their breathing is very slow, most negligible. You put your hand, you can't observe. So this is also beneficial. The ultimate aspiration, if you maintain, you have to. You cannot say that I don't have any aspiration. You see, I can narrate you that I am talking too much. I am just concluding this aspect. I have already explained in detail ultimate aspirations of life, what I have missed and what I am finding. I got it and am practicing it for last decades also. But most of the time, not always. Very frankly speaking, not 16 hours, not even 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours like that. But thing is that whenever conscious, I get silent, alone, in a cold room, in a dark room, and watch my breath. This is my meditation. I watch that the breath is coming out and going in. And another is the pranayama, that's you see, there's no way linked with that. You inhale, long breath, and exhale a long breath. So this is called pranayama. Pranayama has nothing to do with this. And it achieves one thing, it gives actually a quietness. Because more oxygen you take into your lungs, your blood will be fully oxygenated and get more oxygen than what it gives as your mind stability. It becomes more energy and you get relaxation, and relaxation once you get, you can meditate comfortably. So that pranayama gives the benefit to you. But I am narrating about the friend. During my graduation time, it happened like that when I was reading in a BA. There was a unfortunate incident in SCS college in 72. In 71 actually, what happened prior to my batch? There was BSc examination continuation and one invigilator came from Ravenshaw College. He was sitting in the chamber of the principal. Just prior to entering into the exam centers rooms to visit whether copy is going on, at that time what happened, few naughty boys were there in the skylight, they were hiding and they put actually cracker. It burst actually on the glass table of the principal. So the glass, one of the glass splintered directly to the eyes of the professor and his eye got damaged. Few people too came to him by car to SCV Medical College and he got treated, but he lost his eye. But ultimately the anger happened because Ravenshaw, you see, it was the syndicate member of Utkala University at that time, SCS College Puri and some Ravenshaw College, everything is under Utkala University. And our paper in the BSc 72 batch, our math honors paper, all went to Ravenshaw College. And most of the paper they scratched in anger, just to fail. Out of 280 honors guys, 18 only passed, just to show that okay, we are not discriminated. But 200 people got blocked. So we two guys, two close friends, I am not telling about the guy. So he was so crestfallen, he said, Dr. Bejanda, I will commit suicide, what I will do, the life is gone. I got blocked, I never expected. And you also got blocked. But what you are thinking? Aspirations he didn't have. So this becomes a zero. The survival aspect coming, threatening his life. He thought as if all aspirations have collapsed to zero. Never think like this. What happened, you know? I forcibly took on a cycle. In the front of the handle I should force. He told, Ari, what you are doing here? You are taking me in a cycle forcibly? You just sit, I will tell you. I took him to Sri Loknath Mandir. If you go to Puri, then visit actually Sri Loknath Mandir. At Puri Mandir, everybody used to see, but there is a Sri Loknath temple or Shiva temple. So nearest to that, there is a leprosy colony, Kusthasrama. So where the leprous patients are getting treated and they live also there, and the ashram is there. They used to live. There I stopped my cycling and allowed him to get down. Then he told, now you have come to Loknath to see Loknath. Well, no. You will be laugh, but I have told you. No. Then what you want to say? And here coming to this place, you want to say something. You couldn't speak to me there. No, I will speak here. So on the side of the road, there is a guy sitting there, a leprosy patient, around age 32, young guy. Long beards and sunken eyes, and torn clothes and a lungi and a pajama, like that. But most of the limbs are got damaged. There is a cloth before him and few coins, and it was 72, hardly few notes and few rice also were given by pilgrims. So, because we are young guys, around say in 71, I will be 21, age 21. So I asked, hello. He said, yes. In Oriya. Yes. He understood Oriya. I asked him in Oriya, just talking to you in English. Yes. So, you are from Orissa or outside Orissa? No, I belongs to Orissa. I came from a village. I have a wife, and I have also few kids. I have my parents also, old parents. But when I suffered due to leprosy, they left me here. My villagers didn't allow me to stay there. And I got treated. Now I am quite well. And there is an ashram. We used to live here. And we used to beg, and I am getting also few hundred of coins. Then I go to cashew forest and picked up cashews and hand over to the contractor and get some money also. There is a huge cashew forest near Loknath temple. So they collect and get some money. So by that way I also get some money, and I this. That friend of mine was listening. So, what you want to talk with him? You brought me to this place to talk with him. Then let us go further. So we go. Near the temple, I asked him, what I have seen? What I have seen? Is a leprosy is eating, or what I have seen? Ever you thought you just got plucked in BSc? He lost his wife, he lost his kids, he lost his parent, he lost his village. He was suffering from leprosy, got cured, sitting here and comfortable and comfortably living a life. Has he committed suicide? He started crying. Vijay, I can't tolerate what you have told. Life is there. Aspiration, you should not say it is terminated. One aspiration got doused by the power of God, another aspiration sprang up. This is the human nature. Not ultimate aspiration. Aspiration of this world. One aspiration goes out, another aspiration sprang up. What I did, you know? That night I resolved, after taking him to home, he was very comfortable. Immediately got convinced, yes, I will fight. And he became a GM in his life. Well flourished. Big house, big mansion in Bhubaneswar, so many cars, his children are abroad and like that. Quite established. Most of all, I joke with him. Going to see and jump. So, Bijana, never I will jump. Thank to the leprosy patient. You convinced so much. Aspiration never died. On that night I decided I had to become an engineer. Aspiration to be an engineer in life. I got to be engineer alive. And in IIT, I sat for 2-hour meditation, got qualified with a good certificate. But this ultimate aspiration I found first time in married life, I think in 88, 86, 88, but 81 I got married. After 5 years of married life, after having a kid also, I sensed this ultimate aspiration. Now I met, I became an engineer. I got a higher education, I got a good wife, I got to have some house, modest life, like that. I got a kid and everything is satisfied. Then I start pursuing actually this thing. And doing meditation, then I saw that somebody is blocking me, not allowing me to proceed. So guidance is needed. Then I went and met my Gurudev and I took a Diksha and initiation. In English this is called initiation. Then he guided me and how to proceed on. That is the ultimate aspiration, to reach place, and once you reach that place, then you can realize why you have come to this place and why after going out of this body, after this mortal world, quitting this mortal world, what is your next objective and what you are carrying over to the next life. That is number one. If you practice like this way, as I have told, 42 lakhs some odd, if you are done only in year and a decade, like that. If you at least for a decade practice, so 100 crore lakh, if you complete 1 crore of citing the name, that will be carried out in a deeply etched into your soul, and it will regenerate it, that like a seed it will be there. And our aspiration to carry our main objective of this life, so what I was talking about, the ultimate aspirations of everybody sprang up like this. Once what is finished, the other sprang up, and I decided to be an engineer. I got to be an engineer, finish this thing, then ultimately aspired to proceed in finding the ultimate aim of sitting meditation and getting tranquility and quest of the objective of your life and practicing which, as I have detailed. So friends, today I want to conclude you my talk on my ultimate aspirations in life. I was missing on my teenage, then student age, then youth period, then in married life after few years. I sense these ultimate aspirations in every human being. Few people sense it at the time of youth, few people sense it at the time of being still being young. They are lucky, or as I told you, in one, they have come from previous life, prarabdha. That means if you have searched in entire life time, final objective of life, then it will be carried out, and practice it sufficiently, it will be carried out. Then last one day you will start. I have started it, and I got to practice this thing at this age, after retirement, I am getting plenty of time, I am doing this thing, particularly this breathing exercise that I have told you. This is the trade secret of blocking thoughts. Because while you meditate, you sit quietly in a room, but you are ultimately doing. To try to block the thought cannot be blocked. That's a simple thing. One thought will come down, then another thought will come up. Like that. One after the other, it will come up. So by that way, if you synchronize with each breath some name, then automatically only that will be the most suitable instrument to block all these thoughts, and that thought will come, recitation will come very slowly along with the breath, and at one point you do not know, at the level of concentration it automatically stops and you will not find your consciousness, you lose yourself, your sense in meditating. Then intuition start you to take you in the dark chamber of your brain higher up to the fontanel. This life you may reach or this life you may not reach, but one life, in this life you have got it, it is very good. If you in this life you do not get it, in the next life be sure you are going to get it, or the next life you will get it, like that way. But your carried over to the next life, you will be certain, that's certain. And practice is the most important thing. That practice fulfills your ultimate aspirations. This is the instrument of practice. So this is my topic for this stage, friends. Synchronize your breath, as I have given hints to how to practice this thing. If you do this, you will be successful someday in aspiration. And this karma or the action or the deed that you are doing, this 20 lakhs or 2 crores or 24 crores like that, and like that millions and millions of 100 million, it will be a billion recitation of a name, that becomes so much edged into your spirit that just like a small seed, it will germinate at proper climate. So today I again wish you best of the day and my best wishes, personal regards to everybody. Be happy, be joyful in life, and pursue final aspiration or ultimate aspirations. Try to proceed in that and continuously practice your life. At least have a desire to start working in this direction. Thank you very much.